Hello, so today I wanted to play this game called Super Raft Boat Classic, I guess. Wait, get Super Raft Boat together. So I guess there's a new one? Anyways, let's just continue. So, Super Raft Boat Classic, which is a pretty cool game. It's also free, I believe. That's also a plus probably, but still. And I guess, as always, I'll just explain while we're playing the game. But yeah, so let's click play, and here we choose a character. But I believe if you didn't play the game before, and you would have just started, for example, you'd only have this character, so we'll play this character, instead of the robot or the shark, because this is the vanilla playstyle, let's call it. So, Helveti, great at building, not so great at swimming. And let's just play them. So here, the game is basically, we're on this raft. You could probably tell that from the, the title of the game. But yeah, we're here, and essentially what we want to do is survive on the boat as long as possible. And that's the main gist of the game, but there's a lot of stuff that actually is here. For the first, what are the enemies that I'm fighting right now? Well, there's like 4, including the ghost, yeah. There's gonna be 4 different types of enemies that are gonna appear. The first one's gonna be fishes, which you could have seen. They're just like, no, let's call them just fishes that flop around in the sea. So sometimes I can see them and shoot them, while sometimes I can't. Then there's the seagulls that just don't do that, and are always visible, as well as there is sharks that are basically like seagulls, but I believe they have a bunch more health, as well as they, what can they do? Whenever they reach my boat, they're gonna bite off a piece of my boat. And we obviously drown whenever we're in water, so whenever we lose the boat, we also lose. And now we've completed the first level, and we can collect this map. So when we do that, we got a trinket. So we can choose one of these 3. So dice replaces your trinkets with new ones. Kills grant faster reload times, or hold up to 2 rafts at once. Now I'll take the big pockets. I think that's the best one here, because on the upper right we have the meter of how much time do we have left until we can build more things, and obviously that kind of limits our raft output, whereas with the deep pockets we can store up 2 of them, so we don't have to, we have to wait the same amount, but if we stop building, it's not gonna be that big of a penalty. And as you can see here, in the second level there is much more rocks, which just straight up ram through my boat, as well as there are lightnings, which also do deal pretty big damage to my boat, as you can see here. So the second level is pretty disastrous. And yeah, here you can see the bigger sharks appear with the, let's call it, fins with holes inside them. And yeah, so we're moving on to the third level, which is gonna be a pirate sea level, where there's pirates, and you'll see what they do soon. But yeah, now, dice again. Pickaxe, destroy rocks, that's pretty nice. Hot sauce, chance for double damage, that's pretty nice, we'll take that. Because if we're going, see, those are ghosts. But let me just say, if we're going for what we're going, which I think is like game plus, let's call it, because it's after we end the game we can still continue. That's what we're going for, and there we will need a bunch of offensive tools. That's why I took this instead of a pickaxe. So I believe so there are two types of ghosts. There's the sword ghosts and the, what are they called? Let's just call them gun ghosts. And what the gun ghosts do is they stop in one place and shoot at me. Where these ghosts, the sword ghosts, they just kind of, I have to guess which one is the real one, and then I need to shoot them down as well. But I didn't actually explain the biggest, the most needed to know mechanic in this game, which is obviously my health. Essentially, most things deal half a heart of damage to me, and that's the whole mechanic. But still, I guess you could have not known that, so that's why I wanted to tell that mechanic's whole shtick, let's call it. And yeah, we have just passed level 3, and now we're on to the boss fight, which I know this is pretty fast, but I didn't actually imagine that being that fast. Now we've gotten a pretty good one. There's the sheet metal, which is protect the center of your raft, meaning it cannot be damaged at all whatsoever, meaning theoretically we could live forever, but that's not practically true. Chance for lifesteal, that's pretty nice, but Venus's blessing, double your shots, that's what we're going for. And with this setup, I think we could easily go over the normal limit for this character. Because there's a lot of characters. See, now, before I tell you that, the boss fight. This is the boss, this is the Kraken, I guess. The boss of the fourth place. And as you can see, he's very easy. And the problem with the Super Raft Boat is not the boss. Like, we just defeated him. The problem is everything else that surrounds the boss. Because now we could go to the chair and quote-unquote end the game, but we can shoot the chair down and we can go onto this raft. And just before I do that, you can see we have landed here, and now we can continue with the new game plus, I could call it. And here is, I believe, the last trinket we can have, but yeah. It's a pretty simple game, you could think of that way. Oh, and we have plastic straw, which is enemies move slower. Now that's pretty big. Why? Essentially that's because this is the only thing that could slow down enemies, which is, I don't know, maybe 30%, 40%, I have no idea what the actual number is, but this is very, very good. Now, just before we move on, these stages will get much harder, so I might need to focus on them a little more. But yeah, let's go. You can already hear the, what are they called, the seagulls, just doing their things that seagulls do. And you can already see the hell that I'm gonna be going through this one. Here, by the way, this is an egg that you can see. You could call it a golden egg. It's a penguin egg, and if we had taken that, we would have been locked into going to, I'd call it Antarctica. Why? Because there bad things happen, and I mean, I don't think you can get much more after beating Antarctica. It's just a cool secret place that you might not know about. But yeah. So essentially, what I wanted to do right now is just try to live as long as possible. And then maybe we'll go with the second character as well, because I don't imagine myself playing like for 10 minutes and that being a whole video. So, yeah. But obviously the game isn't that big, you could call it. So, it doesn't have much content, but the content is just enough to be relaxing and enjoyable as well, you know? With the deep pockets, I really feel... I don't feel the need of being in a rush, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, but still. This is already getting kind of intense. You can see that, can't you? Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, I need to focus up here a little, because this is not good. Oh my god. Okay, and yeah, wave 2, that's gonna be a pain. So essentially, this is the whole game. I've probably said that like 3 times now, but yeah, it's pretty good. I think you should definitely play this game yourself. If you have Steam, because it's obviously on Steam. I mean, who doesn't have Steam, yeah? I guess everyone kind of does. Although my assumption could be wrong here, I don't know. The Blood Sea, do we just fight the boss? Yeah, we do, okay. So, yeah. And now, I don't know if when we beat the boss, can we choose another trinket? I would assume so, but maybe that isn't the case. Oh my god. See, every one of those shots deals 1 whole heart of damage to me. Okay. Died to the Kraken. So yeah. As you could see, this is pretty hard now. That's why we're gonna play a second time, because that's like 10 minutes of gameplay. I'm gonna try again, but with a slightly harder character. Chauncey, which is a shark. I mean, they're a shark. And swims extremely fast, can't breathe air for long. Now, you might think of this as a bad thing, but the good thing about it is, here I'm much faster, but I can still upgrade the boat. Now, you can also see that I am not building as fast as I could with the other character. That's because that character built stuff faster. I could have gone for the Antarctica, but I guess I can't now. Anyways, yeah. I guess we'll try to finish the game again on this character. And yeah. The thing with this character is that I can't be out of water for a big amount of time, because then I'm just going to, well, drown. Oh god, we got so much good stuff. I mean, Venus's blessing is just the best, or we could go for hot sauce, but I think Venus's blessing is better, because it's always double, whereas this is a chance. Plus, double means that if I would have destroyed a thing with 1 shot, the other one will still go and not waste an entire bullet of damage. So I think we'll take Venus's blessing. And now look at how big my shots are. And they spread out even more as well, which is pretty nice. We're on to the second thing right now, where the lightnings and the rocks will start to be much more plenty thereof. The rocks will just be more plenty, but yeah. You can see a lot of lightnings here. But now that I saw the Super Raft Boat together, I do kind of remember something like talk of there being a paid better version of this game. Now I wouldn't call this a demo because it's a completely standalone game, but the together version is inspired by this one, I think. And one day we'll go for a lifesteal, and one day I might play the second installment of this game. Maybe. A huge maybe, because I don't know. I mean, it's on sale right now, I think. I did this see. I mean, there's like a lot, maybe, of water related games on sale right now. Now I couldn't name a single one of them, but I think there are. So it should be as well, yeah? I'd assume so. My god. The shotgun cannot do anything about the normal little fishes, because it's that heavy that it doesn't do anything with the small fry. See? I can't do anything. Okay. Wave 2. The vampirism really helps, and it also really helps in the later levels where you just struggle for health a lot. I could also go for deep pocket. No, I wouldn't want deep pockets, would I? I don't think I would. If I'd went for deep pockets ever instead of like an actual good item, then I don't know what would happen. I mean, I would just die, because obviously I could say that there's a meta here in this game. I don't know if that's true, but well, okay, look. This was not scripted, you know that, I know that. And I think I'm gonna be ending on this, because I mean, it's easy enough. Now, I don't wanna, you know, spoil the entire fun of this game for you, because it's free. You can go play it right now, or even you could have started playing it at the start of this video, in fact. So obviously there's much more to this game than I had shown today, but yeah, and I guess that's it. Now, by the way, just in case, you might expect a video on one-armed cook tomorrow. You might. I don't know if that's gonna be completely true, if I'm gonna go through with it, but you could expect that. And yeah, that's about it. I guess I'd just recommend playing the game for yourself if you have the time to do that. And yeah, I guess just bye-bye, as always.